I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, but I've rented a roller. I'm trying to get the most yield out of my broken fields. Dang it. I can't believe that got all screwed up. Oh well. It's 18 o'clock. I should actually, well, I can't roll tomorrow because I think the plants will have already started growing and it's too late by then. So anyway, I'm just going to get this cleaned and ready for the next seeding. And then I'm going to head over to the shop and pick up the roller, and we'll get the field rolled. It shouldn't take too long. They're pretty wide. It's like 24 meters or something like that. So and then we'll be ready for the April planting. Let's get this tractor fixed up. Yeah, we're going to be growing, what did I say? We're going to do soybeans and sorghum. And repair that. Cheapers criminy. Well, we got a lot of trees cut. That'll keep the price back up again, but dang. It's costing me a fortune to keep this farm running. We knew that was coming. We probably should buy some more chickens at some point. Just to get that that growth going. Like lots and lots of eggs. Mean lots of money. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to run to the shop. All right, so this thing costs $7,000 a day for this massive Mega Roll 2430. But it'll get the job done fairly quickly. And mostly I just want to get this rolled tonight, and then we'll save it for the morning because we'll have the other two fields will need rolling also. Yeah, what a mess. Yeah, so anyway, a lot of stuff going on. Cool stuff in the Chapman family, maybe. Big meeting tonight for my wife. She has her horse at a barn. And the barn is not doing well. And the girl that's running it is kind of young. Not really necessarily knowing how to do things right. And has pretty much driven what was a already failing barn into the ground. So the owner of the property is unhappy and is relieving her of her duty, which she honestly, she's a nice kid, but she kind of asked for it. She just, spent money irresponsibly, took money irresponsibly, didn't buy all the things the horses need, or perhaps calculate or understand what she was getting into, and ended up just financially wrecking the place. So Simone has been elected by the people that are there to be the next candidate. However, she knows what she's doing. And some of the irresponsibility, I can guarantee you, will not be there because this person was using some of the money for things that were not appropriate. There's also like just stuff going on there that was not. How do I put this without being rude? It was not something that should be going on at a barn. If you want to, have massive fights with your boyfriend and cheat on him with somebody else and have all that kind of like I'm 12 years old crap going on. You don't do it at the barn. You take it somewhere else. And so that was going on, and she pretty much, it was just really upsetting the clients. And then there was also some other substance abuse going on by the staff, and she allowed that and encouraged it, and so needless to say, the people have had enough. The people that are at the barn with their horses have had enough, and they are ready for a new direction. So my wife hopefully will be that new direction. The good news is it's a voluntary position to start. Obviously, she needs to get the barn fiscally back under control. And the owner has agreed to allow her some time to do that before he starts charging her for rent. So once she gets that situation, the financials under control, she'll be able to, start paying the rent again and get the barn taken care of and have the opportunity to also make some money on top. So she'll actually be working there and be able to take a salary. And so we will have 2 incomes now instead of 1, which will help things out a bit. Not a ton, but it will help. Definitely take some stress off. So I'm excited for her and the opportunity to do this. And I think it's a real good opportunity. Obviously, you guys know Simone has been around horses forever. So she's now being presented with an opportunity to run her own barn. And I think she'll do swimmingly. I really do. It helps me a little with recording time too, because she'll be coming home around 7, and I will be able to have at least 2 or 3 days a week where I can get home from work before she does and actually do some recordings. So that should help the channel a little bit, and take some pressure off of me as far as recording time, family time, because then when she comes home with the baby, then we can just relax for the evening. So, but that'll give me a couple hours a day to do some recording. And even on the weekends, because she's going to have to work weekends too. So when you work horses, you don't have any breaks. Though she will eventually hire staff so that she can have a couple days off too. But anyway, it's just a neat opportunity, and I'm excited for her. I hope she's able to live up to it and meet the customer/client's needs. But they seem to already be very excited about her taking over, and all of them pretty much have been in on it and talking to her all day in the last couple of days, calling her on the phone and being like, hey, are you going to do this? Please do this, because we're sick of the person that's doing it. And she'll get the opportunity also to grow the barn and bring more clients in and really, hopefully make some good income. So anyway, it's a good opportunity. Hopefully not one that gets blown, and I don't think she will, but we'll see. It's always, you never know. Life is a gamble, isn't it, sometimes? And we take risks, and it seems like the only way you really actually make a decent amount of money in life is to take some risks. You can't, if you don't take some risks, you'll never get anywhere. So, which is kind of sucks, but that's just how it is. I know with my grandpa, he had money saved in the 80s, and his friend came to him and said, George, I got a deal coming up here that you need to be part of. Do you have, couple $1,000 you could spare, And my grandpa was like, yeah, I've got some money saved. And he took that, it was a $10,000 investment, and turned it into over $500,000. So, it took time for it to grow, and it took years for it to grow. But the investment, kept my grandma in the house for her whole life. It kept my mom in that house for her whole life, and allowed me to, the inheritance that I've gotten is all part of that same investment. So it's a generational risk that he took, but it paid off. It doesn't always pay off, but in this case it did. So I'm hoping for Moni, this is something that she can do until she just doesn't want to do it anymore. And during those years of doing it, she'll be able to make probably more money than I'm making, honestly. Right now, it looks like the figures are going to be somewhere on the low end. She'll take home a salary of $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and on the high end, it might be more. So somewhere $5,000-$6,000 if she can get it growing right. Obviously some money has to stay back in the company for repairs and stuff like that. But if she does a good job, people will appreciate that, and she'll get paid well. So I think the real issue was, and I thought this was interesting, and this is why I think the girl failed before her, is that there really is there's a board that kind of like decides some stuff, but they're not really an official board of directors. And so this girl was able to kind of just make stupid decisions without it having to, okay it with anyone first. And that therein lies the problem. And I've told Simone, like, if you do get this position, like, we are going to establish with some of the the people that have been there for a while, maybe 2 or 3 of them, like a board of directors, and they will decide your salary. They will decide what stays in the barn, and they will, they'll make those decisions for us, just for safety's sake, for business sake. It's always good to have accountability. You know what I mean? And that keeps you from, oh, we need to buy hay, but I really need to pay my car payment, and then I just pay the car payment, and now I have no money for hay, and now the horses are starving. That will prevent that kind of stuff from happening. So, we are all for it. But anyway, I thought I'd share that news because that's pretty exciting. And so she's at the meeting tonight, and it's been going for a long time. It's 9 o'clock. The meeting started at 6:30, and I'm shocked that they're still there, but that's where she's at. So it's 8:46 now. They've been there for several hours debating. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and get this field done. I will catch up to you guys once I get finished, and we will go ahead and put the tractor away for the night. Probably have to fix it up again, honestly, a couple $1,000s worth of repair. And we will get ready for tomorrow's planting. Well, next month's planting. As we leave winter. Well, we are in spring now, but as we head into summer, honestly, we'll get some of those summer crops planted. And I will see you there. So, see you in just a second. Bye. Okay, that didn't really take much time at all. And look how nice the field looks. No more, how you say, scrap on the field. We rolled it all in. It is beautiful. It looks like it's freshly planted. Which it is. According to my plantograph, we have planted the entire farm with plant. So now we just need to roll this thing up and put it away. And we'll get the cedar. And we're just gonna go to bed. It's late. It's late. The sun is going down. It's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's nighttime. It's the time for bed. Why is the sun going down so early? 6:21, man. It's March. Sun should be up to like 9. April, May. Way. All right, so we're going to park this. Right, we'll just park it right here. We'll park this right here. It's not part of the farm. It doesn't need to be covered. And I'm going to park the tractor in the garage. I don't know why I'm Italian all of a sudden. Maybe Stone Mountain is in Italy. Sorry. Sometimes I'm just weird. It happens to all of us, I know. Me especially. Okay. Tractor power off. And I'm going to close this shop door. Close this shop door. Wait, I can't get out. Whoa. Whoa. Holy moly. It's like my garage in real life right now. I had to bring my mowers in, and I got an extra lawnmower for the time being. And so it's until I have a place for it to go. And so right now it's like I can barely fit my car in the garage. It's just like totally squished in. Okay, so let's go to the house. Hey, say goodnight. Good night, fam. You guys tired? I'm definitely feeling it, man. I'm ready for bed. I'm ready for bed. I'm ready to go to sleep here in Italy, in America, Italy, in the American outback, somewhere in Italy. And we'll wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Shh. Shh. It's morning. Sorry, I'll stop. I will, promise, for frick's sake. Oh, all these leases are killing me. Okay. So today's the last day for the leases, though. I don't know what I just did. Oh, I jumped into a tractor. Okay. So much for realism and walking back to the farm. Nope. Well, I just need to find my stuff now. There it is. Okay. We know this is it. How did I unfold that? I don't even know how that happened in here. Put the other leggy up. There you go. Good little tractor. We probably should fill up with seed before we go out onto the field. Once again, we did oats, right? And let's see. Oh, look, it's already growing. Look. Ooh. I'm glad we rolled it when we did. Look at that. Perfect. Perfecto. Oats. So now we're going to have soybean. I'm sorry, sorghum, and we're going to grow sorghum and soybean. Where'd the tractor go? What the devil? Where did the tractor go? Oh, I would have never guessed it was there. Right in plain sight. I'm obviously having a hard time right now. That's because it's almost 9 o'clock at night, and I've been up since 7. I'm tired. Widow Awful was tired. Widow Awful needs a nap. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if I could nap and then get up and record all night long? Wouldn't it be nice if I never had to go back to work again? But that'll never happen. Actually, with Simone possibly earning income at this job, it'll help take some of that pressure off. I may not even... I know I talked about maybe leaving and doing something different, but that may not even happen now because I don't really need to if she's got... I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how things work out. That's the best thing that we can do. We are actually losing... I think our fertilization is going to work this time on this specific field. Yeah, it's going to the right colors. Because that's what it's supposed to go to. And because we're using the slurry came out at the wrong rate, but that actually was to our benefit. So we can use less fertilizer, we use slurry, but next time we're gonna have to plant, use slurry, and then put fertilizer down. And I don't know. I might have to trade in. That means we'll be looking at a different seeder at that point. We'll see. I could get a bigger seeder. That would help. This is a pretty large farm. And since we're planting every year, I mean, this seeder's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but we definitely have a big enough tractor that we could upscale. So maybe that's something that we save up for next year. And we'll keep an eye on the shop. Once again, sometimes stuff goes on sale. Right now, nothing's on sale that we need. I just want to do this myself. I hired a worker by mistake. This little patch is going to be interesting. Other interesting part, though, too, here is that with this field cut down, it actually, it's still pretty big. It doesn't feel as big as it did, but it's definitely big. So I bought a guitar pedal from Ryan. He's always selling stuff cheap. It's like a $300 pedal. He's like, I'll give it you for $100. I'm like, okay. It's an Andy. I don't know, you guys. Most of you probably don't know guitar players. This dude's named Andy Timmons, and he's one of the Ibanez like signature players, kind of like Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, like all those like guitar god type people, and he's one of them, and he's definitely one of them. But he tends to play a little bit more bluesy stuff, and Ryan and I have really been kind of getting into his tones and his sounds, and Ryan pretty much has an entire Andy Timmons rig. Including his delay pedal, a different distortion pedal that he uses, his Lone Star amp from Mesa Boogie, and the tone is just to die for. Anyway, I got this pedal in Friday, and I haven't had a chance to play it until today. The baby was watching TV, and I'm like, I'm going to stretch my fingers. So I got out my new guitar, and I whipped out that pedal, and I'll tell you what, man. The guitar is so easy to play that it's improved my speed. And then the pedal is even easier to play, and so that's improved my speed. And so I'm actually playing, I would say, the fastest that I've ever been able to play in my life, which I would give myself a score. And I'm not vain at all. I'm not at all. I'm totally vain. Joseph, if you could take Joe Satriani and break him into 3 levels, 3 being the best, 1 being the lowest, I have, for the first time in my life, achieved Joe Satriani level 1. I have enough speed and control over the guitar that I could get on a professional recording and sound just like a professional guitar player. Nobody would know the difference. I'm actually professional enough and fast enough that they'd be like, man, that guy's a good guitar player. And so I am super excited because, not that the pedal or the guitar makes it that, but the combination of the two together plus my 35 years of playing have brought me to the place where I can look back and actually go, you know what? I'm not bad. I'm actually a pretty decent guitar player now. Took a long time to get there. So, the embarrassing part is that guys like Joe and Stevie Vai and all those guys, they got there when they were like 18. Okay, so it took me to 50 to get there. But anyway, I will share some licks with you guys pretty soon here. I'll get my guitar out and because I want to share with you the guitar too, because it really is a sweet freaking guitar. It is a gorgeous Ibanez guitar, and it is definitely my dream guitar electric wise. I'm very happy with what I got. So anyway, I feel like that definitely deserves a share. All right, I am going to come over this way. I'm just basically outlining the field right now, and I want to make sure that we don't chop into our grass, which I think this will, because the grass it will. I'm just going to be careful not to cut the grass down. Okay, that's good. Right there. That's enough. But it worked. Look at the break. That's so cool. So we have our grass break. Sorry. Allergies are sort of kind of getting better, but not really, unfortunately. It's been a rough, actually, nights have been really rough. I keep waking up and having just like sitting on the side of the bed to the point where I'm actually falling asleep sitting on the side of the bed. Like I'll just sit there till I catch my breath and then I go back to bed. But it's been bad. I ran out of ashwagandha, and that stuff seems to help me sleep. That was a Patchwork. M. Patchwork got me into that a while ago, and I'm so mad because I bought a bottle, and it's expensive. Ashwagandha is like $40 for a bottle, and I got it home, and I left it at the top of the stairs, and the dogs got it, and they freaking ate all of it. They ate my entire $40 bottle of ashwagandha, and I'm just like, well, there goes my sleep. So once again, I won't be sleeping tonight. I'm just super. Part of me is just like I'm over the dog thing. I love my dogs though, but it's just like that kind of stuff. It's like after they go, I don't think I'm going to be replacing them. I really don't. I'm been there, done that. It was fun to have dogs. I think maybe having one dog in the future might be something that we do. But Simone just loves having lots of pets, but I can't do it anymore. It's making me crazy. Like, and I don't want to be mad at the dogs. It's not their fault. They're dogs. That's what they do. But it's just like, God dang it. Like, it's just annoying. Yep. So anyway, looks like our fertilizer is working well. I wish we could have done that. I don't know. I don't know if there's a flow rate control for the slurry so that you don't over fertilize. because we're using a lot of fertilizer. Like the slurry did not. See how that it put down 10 kilograms, and we need 110 to make it right. So it just put like a real light layer down, and that's not what we needed. We needed a heavy layer of slurry, but I don't know what else to do. So we're kind of skunked. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this finished. I will see you at the other end of the planting this field, and then we'll switch over to the other field and see where we're at, and hopefully then we'll roll it and hopefully be done with our planting. And we can kind of keep the cows fed and fly through summer, get some mows done, collect materials for feed, see where we're at, and if we need to rent that baler again, we'll rent the baler and get our cows all taken care of that way, and move on to the next year. All right, see you in a bit. And so it was that Arthur hired the neighbor Lilith to finish the field. Arthur needed to go to bed. He wanted to have a whole episode. He almost made it, but didn't quite. So he asked Lilith to come in and run the tractor for him while he recorded the last couple minutes of video. So here's our neighbor, Kathy, and she is, she actually really looks like my neighbor, Kathy. And she is running the tractor with our machine. I'm looking at the different sewing machines that are available. Frankly, there's not a lot out there for seeders. Whoa, belch. This is the one that we have now. We could get a Vaderstat Rapide that also cultivates and doesn't fertilize. Once again, we don't want it to fertilize because we want to use the slurry for fertilizer. Or we could get these nice wide, slightly affordable. Do I have a cultivator? I thought I did. See, the problem is then, I don't know. I think I sold my cultivator. I did. So the issue is that we have a seeder that cultivates, which is why I sold the cultivator. But we might be moving to a seeder that does not cultivate, which means we're going to have to buy a cultivator, which then that gets messy. I don't know. Maybe we just leave things as they are. Or, since I'm going to be using my own fertilizer, we just upgrade to this, which is a little bit more expensive. It's 2 meters wider and does not apply fertilizer. Which is, oh my God, I'm so tired. Which is fine because we're going to use the slurry afterwards to apply the fertilizer. So I think that is the route that we will end up taking. Because these don't fertilize. And the next step up is just, this one's the same size as what we have. And then you get into these monster air carts that just cost $1 million. And honestly, they require monster tractors to pull them. So anyway, I'm going to let my neighbor get the seeding done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm trying to think if I need to let you guys see me plant the soybeans. I probably will just go ahead and plant those off camera, because then I can just let her do her work. So we'll come back. Once I'm done planting the soybeans, you'll see me again. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. Love seeing you guys, and I can't wait for the next episode. Have a good one.